Hi students, welcome to Karthik Chemistry channel. Today I want to teach you about rubbers or elastomers and its structure, processing. Okay, processing of natural rubber. So rubber and its structure, processing of natural rubber. So what is rubber? Rubber is also a polymer. Okay, like plastic, rubbers are high polymers capable of returning to their original shape or original length after it is being stretched. Okay, that means when you apply some stress, it can be stretched like a spring, and after the deformation force is released, it regains its original shape. Such type of materials are called rubbers or elastomers. Okay, see here, a rubber band is a typical elastomeric material which when pulled elongated to many times its length. Okay, so rubbers or elastomers. A rubber band is a typical elastomeric material, which when pulled elongated to many times its length. That means when we apply some stress, it can be stretched. After the force is released, it comes back to its original length. So when it is in unstressed condition, the elastomeric material is not straight chained. That means when it is in unstretched condition, it is like a spring. That means these are amorphous in nature when it is in unstretched condition. As stretching is done, the macromolecules get crystalline structure. Okay, so as a consequence, stiffening of material takes place. Okay, when it is in unstressed condition, rubber material is like a spring. It is amorphous in nature. After when it is in stretched condition, when stretching is done, so stiffening of material takes place, right? So elastomer is defined as it is a high polymer. When stress is applied, it can be stretched, and after the deformation force is released, that regains its original shape. Okay, it has the tendency to regain its original shape after it has been greatly deformed. So elastomer is defined as the tendency to regain its original shape after it has been greatly deformed. So what are the expected properties of elastomer? Elastomer has some properties. These are the properties of elastomer. It has linear structure. But highly coiled structure. When it is in unstressed condition, it has a coiled structure. But after stretching is done, it attains linear shape. So it has linear but highly coiled structure. So it undergoes elongation when stress is applied and return to its original shape when stress is released. Okay. So it undergoes elongation when stress is applied. It has very weak intermolecular forces between the chains. So basing on intermolecular forces, elastomeric materials have weak intermolecular forces. Fiber materials have strong intermolecular forces, and plastic materials have in between, the forces are present in between elastomers and fibers. Okay, so and then it has low chemical resistivity. Elastomeric material has low chemical resistance and it becomes sticky at high temperature. Okay, so elastomeric material become sticky at high temperature. So these are the expected properties of elastomer. So then you can observe natural rubber. So what is the structure and what is the processing of natural rubber? So natural rubber. Rubbers are mainly classified as two types, natural rubber and synthetic rubber. Natural rubber means that they are obtained from nature. They are obtained from rubber trees. Rubber is mainly obtained from two trees, Hevea brasiliensis and Gutta percha. Natural rubber is mainly obtained from two trees, okay, Hevea brasiliensis and Gutta percha. From these two trees we can collect rubber milk, so and then we process it as rubber sheets, okay. So what is the monomer of natural rubber? Natural rubber is a polymer in which the monomeric unit is isoprene. Isoprene is the monomer of natural rubber. So what is isoprene? 2-methyl 1,3 butadiene is called isoprene, right? 2-methyl 1,3 butadiene is isoprene. So on experimental verification it was found that the rubber milk which is obtained from Hevea brasiliensis, the rubber milk which is obtained from Hevea brasiliensis tree is a 1,4-cis polymerized product. The rubber milk that is obtained from Gutta percha tree is 1,4 trans polymerized product, okay, trans 1,4 polyisoprene, okay. You can see the structure here. So CH2 double bond C, CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2, it is isoprene. So cis polymerization, so it is 1,4 cis polymerized product because the identical units are repeated at 1,4 positions, 1 2 3 4. So here you can observe the identical positions are observed at 1 4 positions, okay. Then you can count here also 1 2 3 4. So the identical positions can be observed at 1,4 positions. So it is a cis polymer, right? The rubber milk that is obtained from Hevea brasiliensis is a cis polymer, 1,4 cis polymerized product, because the same units are repeated at 1,4 positions. So during polymerization this pi bond will be broken. So here the monomeric unit of natural rubber has 2 pi bonds. So this is one pi bond, this is another pi bond. This pi bond will be, during polymerization this pi bond will be broken and it produces 2 active bonding sites, okay. During polymerization this pi bond will be broken and it produces 2 active bonding sites. These 2 active bonding sites can form a bond, and this active bonding site can form bond with another monomer containing active bonding site. This active bonding site can form bond with another monomer containing active bonding site. Then this unit will repeat so many times, okay. So it is the 1,4 cis polymerized product, right? And then Gutta percha. So Gutta percha is also another variety of natural rubber. So it is obtained from mature leaves of Gutta trees. It is a trans polymerized product, okay. So here also the monomeric unit is isoprene. But it is obtained by trans polymerization. Here on experimental verification it was found that the rubber milk obtained from mature leaves of Gutta percha tree is a trans polymerized product, okay. It is a trans polymerized product and it is cis polymerized product. So it is the structure of natural rubber. You can note this structure. Natural rubber structure. Out of these two, Gutta percha and Hevea brasiliensis, the rubber sheets that are obtained from Gutta percha is tough, okay, tough material and good materials, because you know that trans polymer is more stable than cis polymer. So in both cis and trans polymers, trans is more stable than cis because the repulsions are minimized in case of trans polymer than cis polymer. So that is why Gutta percha is horny and tough, okay. So whatever the material it may be, it softens and becomes sticky or tacky at about 100 degrees centigrade. It is soluble in aliphatic hydrocarbons but insoluble in aromatic and chlorinated hydrocarbons. Okay, so what is the processing of natural rubber? What is the processing? See here, the natural rubber is mainly collected from milk of rubber trees. Okay, natural rubber is made from milk of rubber trees. That rubber milk is called latex. Okay, growths are cut around the rubber tree, then it loses out rubber milk called latex. That latex is a colloidal emulsion containing nearly 45% rubber. Then it is diluted to contain 15 to 20% rubber content. Then it is coagulated by adding some coagulants. Okay, so what is the processing of natural rubber? Natural rubber is mainly collected from rubber milk. That rubber milk is called latex. Latex is a colloidal emulsion. Latex is a colloidal emulsion that contain 45% rubber content. Okay, then it is washed with water to remove dirt. Okay, then you can collect only 15 to 20% rubber content. That rubber milk is that rubber content, that 15 to 20% rubber content is coagulated by adding some coagulants. Okay, like acetic acid or alum. Here the coagulants are acetic acid and alum. So then after washing several times with water, it is subjected to one of the following processes. Okay, it is subjected to either creep method. That means after washing with water several times, the coagulant, that means the coagulum is converted into rubber sheets in two ways, in two methods. Okay, so the first one is creep and second one is smoked. So creep rubber, smoked rubber. So after the coagulant is added, the rubber milk is converted into coagulum. Okay, that coagulum is converted into rubber sheets by two ways, by two methods: creep rubber, smoked rubber. What is creep rubber? So how the creep rubber is prepared? The coagulated rubber is here treated with sodium bisulfite, Na2SO3, sodium bisulfite. So then here sodium bisulfite acts as a bleaching agent. Okay, so then the coagulum is passed into two rollers with longitudinal grooves. Okay, then the coagulum is rolled out into sheets of 1 mm thickness. Then the sheets possess rough surface that resembling a crepe paper, because the rubber sheets obtained here resembles crepe paper. That is why it is called crepe rubber. Then the sheets are dried at 50 degrees centigrade. Okay, so that is crepe rubber. And then smoked rubber. Smoked rubber means here the coagulum. So after the processing of natural rubber, the coagulum obtained is not washed with sodium bisulfate. They are directly passed into pair of rollers. Okay, they are directly passed through pair of rollers. Then we get rubber sheets, thick sheets. So here these are dried in smoking houses. Okay, smoke houses at 50 degrees centigrade by burning wood or coconut shells. Here the rubber sheets are dried in smoke houses by burning wood or coconut shells. Okay, so by these two methods we can collect rubber sheets of thickness around 1 mm to 10 mm. Okay, so but after this processing, natural rubber has some drawbacks. After the processing, natural rubber has some drawbacks. What are the drawbacks of natural rubber and how the drawbacks can be overcome? Okay, so natural rubber has some drawbacks, mainly in hot summer that material is converted into sticky, and in cool weather it is converted into that means stiffening of material takes place in cool weather and softening of material takes place in case of hot weather. Okay, the raw rubber becomes soft and sticky in hot summer and becomes hard in cool weather. So and mainly the drawbacks are it has low tensile strength. That means the natural rubber before compounding has low tensile strength. Okay, and its useful temperature range is limited. That means the workable temperature is around 10 to 60 degrees centigrade. It is attacked by mild oxidizing agents. It is easily attacked by oxidizing agents like HNO3 and H2SO4. It undergoes swelling in organic solvents. Okay, it possesses tackiness. The drawback of natural rubber is it possesses tackiness. Tackiness means under pressure the two rubber sheets may combine into a single sheet. Okay, so if you put 10 rubber sheets, that may be converted into a single sheet. So because of that pressure, all the rubber sheets may become as a single sheet. That is called tackiness property. Okay, tackiness means under pressure the two rubber sheets may combine into a single sheet. When stretched, it undergoes permanent deformation. Okay, after stretching takes place, it undergoes permanent deformation. That cannot be converted into original position. That means there is no resilience property to the natural rubber. Natural rubber has no resilience property. Okay, that means when stress is applied it can be stretched. Okay, but it cannot be deformed. After the deformation force is released, it cannot get its original shape. That is called resilience property. So natural rubber before compounding has no resilience property. When stretching is done, it undergoes permanent deformation. Okay, so it is not durable. Natural rubber is not durable. So these are the drawbacks of natural rubber. To overcome these all drawbacks, okay, to overcome these all drawbacks of natural rubber should be compounded, like compounding of plastic here also. So the natural rubber should be compounded. That means adding of some ingredients to make the rubber as a stiffened material. Okay, so then these all drawbacks can be overcome. So these are the drawbacks of natural rubber, and it is the processing of natural rubber. So once again see here students. So rubber or elastomer means, what is the definition of elastomer? It has the tendency to regain its original shape after it has been greatly deformed. Okay, that means elastomer material has a property, when stress is applied it can be stretched, and after the deformation force is released that should get its original shape. Okay, so these are the properties of elastomer. So in case of natural rubber means that they are obtained from nature. So what is the monomer of natural rubber? The monomer of natural rubber is 2-methyl 1,3 butadiene. 2-methyl 1,3 butadiene, that is called isoprene. Okay, natural rubber is mainly obtained from two trees, Hevea brasiliensis and Gutta percha. So Hevea brasiliensis is a cis polymerized product and Gutta percha is a trans polymerized product. Okay, Gutta percha is a trans polymerized product. So you can write the structures. So write down the structures: trans polymerization and cis polymerization. Okay students, then processing of natural rubber. Write down the notes. Processing of natural rubber milk is called latex. Latex is a colloidal emulsion. That colloidal emulsion is converted into coagulum by adding some coagulants. Then by two methods, creep method and smoked method, the rubber coagulum is converted into rubber sheets of thickness around 1 mm to 10 mm. Then natural rubber has, these are the drawbacks. Okay, write down the drawbacks of natural rubber. Then in the next class you will see the compounding of natural rubber. Thank you students, thank you for listening.